Yo, happy Thursdays, guys. What's going on? The fiat world, RB nickel, never enough profit. Yes, sir. It's crazy day. Let's check out the market bubble. Market was pretty green today overall. A lot of like reversal setups. A lot of surprise moves. Like waking up and all the stocks was like bloop, and kind of upside. What's up? This magic was taken. Hope AMD did well for you. Never enough profit as. How are you feeling about Airbnb for swing trade before holiday travels? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Is holiday travel gonna be a thing this year? Well, Kroger is still pretty stuck in the bottom here. Oxy reversing down a little bit. Match Group was kind of slacking today, huh? I mean, well, let's say let's put it this way, right? Delta Airlines says that they expect travel to be up. They expect to see like 80% travel, whereas I'm not sure if that's something we can achieve. Del Taco just reported today. Earnings per share is 11 cents as opposed to 10 cents. Sales is 124 as opposed to 124.86. 31% decrease compared to last year, and 2.91% increase in sale compared to last year. Wow, there's a big pump and dump there too, man. Hit like 1020 and then came all the way back down. What a trash company. What a trash company. So for after hours today, we got Duck Creek, we got Del Taco and AA, and then we'll probably go over some of the stuff from this morning. Duck Creek earnings per share is 2 cents as opposed to 1 cent. It's probably 100% beat there. Sales is 70.9 mil as opposed to 69 mil. So they beat analyst estimate on earnings per share by 100%. Sales is 21% increase compared to last year. Stock dropped about 11% after hours. Interesting. Oh, I'll take a technical look at the charts. We'll put it here. Let me see. For today is the 14th. We'll put Airbnb on the technicals and then we'll take a look at it. See what the potential it is. So this is subscription revenue grew 35%. Annual recurring revenue grew 41%. Duck Creek delivered a strong finish to a great year, highlight by 41% SAS growth. So next year's outlook, they're looking at next quarter is gonna be 68 to 70. This quarter was 70, and then the full year is about 300. Where does that put it at? About 75 per quarter average. Okay, pretty interesting. Let's say 40% growth year over year. Where is the company trading at last year? Seems kind of undervalued. Last year the company was trading at 47, anywhere from 42 to $47, and they're projecting like a 35 to 40%. They're saying they have a 35 to 40% growth. So you would think that's like, let's say 40 times 35%. Probably putting it around like $54 range, which means they could have possibility to come to the top. But it's a pretty new company. I'm not that too familiar with it, so insurance industry. Let me put that on watch. What's that? DCT. You think TSM moved the market today? Possibly. Who knows? Alright, let's check out the earnings from this morning. So we had a lot of earnings this morning. TSM was one of them. TSM was kind of sus. Open in the market really well. Had a huge move to the $14. I took the opportunity to sell market open, because if I knew them, they pulled back last time too when they had a great earnings. Let's see what they said. Earnings per share was $1.08, beat estimate of $1.04. Sales is $14.88 billion as opposed to $14.83 billion. They said this is a 20% increase compared to last year and 22% increase in sales compared to last year. Where was the company trading at last year? It was trading around $89. Put it around $106. At some point, it was trading as high as 140s. So they also raised their outlook too, because I actually saw that today. Let me see. Where is TSM stuff, man? All right, so they raised their outlook. Their costs, went up. Third quarter revenue grew 16%. They don't expect to raise their cost price until like 2 quarters later, so that's something that's gonna hurt them. They said they're holding $35 billion in cash right now. Our third quarter business was mainly supported by strong demands across all 4 global platforms. Outlook, they see the fourth quarter revenue. So this quarter they just pulled in 14.88 billion, right? So next quarter they expect to pull in 15.4, so even more than this quarter. So they guided up, they guided further. They see margin at 51 to 53, so things are looking up. They're guiding further, they're guiding higher, they're expecting better next quarters and all that stuff. So this was their data for last year, and the income last year was 137. This is 156. This is what makes up most of their growth by platforms. Automotive is only 4%. A lot of it is like high performance computer, Internet of Things, and smartphones. So their free cash flow increased a lot from last quarter and from last year as well. Guidance is good. Capital expenditure also pretty high there. So that means they're like, spending a lot of money expanding and stuff. Overall, so based on that, overall, I'm pretty bullish on the company. I think if it ever comes back down to like $108, which we just did the math at, I think that's still a buying opportunity right there based on their growth rate. That's like at a fundamental buying opportunity if TSM comes back to like that $108 area. And that's also that super major support at 107, 108. I think there's just a lot of chop right now, a lot of uncertainty. That's why they sold off a little bit. I think anywhere from 108 to 112, it's a huge buying opportunity for TSM. I could easily see them make that recover back to 120 plus. So let me see. Maybe I'll put them up here. Do we have any other stocks that you guys wanted to add to the list? Oh, Shopify. Let me add that. And then I'll add TSM to the list. So overall, pretty bullish based on that report. The other thing though, they did say that chip shortage is really bad right now. They said that chip shortage is looking to hit like 25 weeks delay right now, like possibly one of the worst delay ever. So let me see. So before, it was like 18 weeks. And then it just got higher and higher. So last time I saw the Bloomberg chart, instead of 18 weeks, it was like 25 weeks or something. Freaking crazy. Some guy on CNBC is saying Upstart should be $1,000 stock. That is crazy, man. DPZ was fired today. Yeah, DPZ is like that. It's crazy. It can drop and recover like nuts. Because it's a hedge fund stock. A lot of hedge funds at that company. What's up, Sean? Hope you had a good day. Unfortunately, I couldn't close my puts on the downside on DPZ fast enough, so kind of just got stuck back holding it. A little bit disappointed. I still have the equity, even though the bot alerted that I closed it. I still actually have it, so we're holding to see where that direction goes. I can check that earnings too if you want. If you want to take a look at the Domino's earnings. I like Coin2. They are coming out with NFT market on the app. Wow. I mean, dude, NFT is so crazy. They had a big spike. I think Coin had a 5% spike today or something. Because of that news, they spiked from 250 to 260. I think that's big potential for the company, man. If they I don't know exactly what they're gonna do. I didn't read up too much on it yet. But
If they, the NFT is a big money grab. It's like stupid money grab, man. If they can, if they can if they can do it right, and they launch like MFC Marketplace, it's just gonna be a huge money grab, man. It's gonna be a huge money grab. People are gonna use it to launder money because that's what NFT is. Just kind of like how art is. A lot of art is like money laundering because art prices are so high and stuff, and it's also value as asset. So even if somebody buys an art, um, they actually still have cash because I mean they actually can still use that to get collateral because art is an asset. So NFT is not as close to that, but NFT is still pretty good in terms that you can use a private wallet and public wallet, and you can move money around in that way. But at the same time, showing that you like occur a huge loss. So I think one day they're gonna get on that. But as of right now, the market is still pretty new, and it's a big opportunity. That's why NFT is such a money grab because they make the fees off that. Yes, that price increase for next year is gonna be huge for TSM. Like the company's got so much demand. Their family valuations finally caught up to them. When they were $150, they were like when TSM was like $150, the company was like, it was overvalued, right? When it was like up here, it was like 140s. It was overvalued. But now, that was when everybody was getting hyped about, chips and stuff and AMD and all that thing. But now at this 108 price, it's finally at a point that the valuation has actually caught up to the stocks. They also, building the foundry. There's so much things going on for this company. I wouldn't be surprised to see this at like $1,000 5-10 years from now. Really bullish on this in terms of like fundamentals. Unless chip shortage just like completely falls to earth. Like, people talk about like 5G being the next thing. Chips is the next thing, baby. RDW fundamentals. Take a look at that. Nice, congrats, man. Very good move there. Chip shortage, global supply chain issue, inflation running hot, inflation. Ooh, that is a great question. Went YOLO on LCID stocks 23 average. Oh yeah, they definitely do. They get a 5 to 10% cut on each purchase. I mean, you know how dumb expensive like Coinbase is. They definitely get 5-10%, man. Shoot. AA came out. Let me take a look at this real quick. Aluminum. Earnings per share is $2.05. Beat estimate of 179. Sales is 3.11 billion as opposed to 2.93 billion. This is a 275% increase compared to losses of last year, and 31% increase in sales compared to last year. So that's on aluminum. Doing great compared to last year. Company was trading at $11. Right now it's at 48, 49. Even before COVID, company was trading at $20. Right now it's at 48. Getting a little bit away from valuations a little bit. They reaffirm full year 21 shipment guidance, 11 to 14.1 to 14.2 metric tons. They continue to expect a strong 2021 based on economic recovery and increased demand for aluminum in all end markets. Oh, Crosshair just came out and they just cut their sales guidance by a lot. Wow. So much for the Wall Street bad boys going, oh, gaming stocks must go up. But let's see. As far as answering Professor Glass's question about, you know, this whole supply chain issue, all that stuff, and can the market keep the gains and whatnot? That's a great question. Let me see. We broke out of that downtrend pattern that we had. Technically a double bottom setup right here. I was expecting us to come back down a little bit further, but obviously that didn't happen. We technically have that double bottom pattern. If that was set up from here, let's assume that this double bottom pattern is set up from here. We technically complete it, right? So I think even at best case scenario, we're probably gonna test that point here at 439. What are we at? 442. 3-point move down. I think so. I think we're gonna at least test that on the bearish side. Our side is also very, very hot. It's, you know, kind of like last time over here, huge run up. It's just very, very hot right now. There was a lot of euphoria today, and I think we could potentially give that back, as it typically does. What's up, Hawaiian Beef? Yeah, we looked at that already, man. ASML, they do have earnings next week too, right? AMSL, what was that? ASML. Yeah, you know, I actually bought the dip on this stock over here, and I got stopped out. So it's coming back to like the resistance a little bit right here. Nice double bottom setup as well. Should have potential to come all the way back, honestly. So ASML is the foundry company. I think we both know what they are. They make the machines to make the chips. I tried to play the options, very illiquid, very, very hard to play. I would say we're bullish on it, but the options are very hard to play on it, man. Very, very hard. What's up, CGK? YouTube can see the comments, but well, actually no, they can't see the Twitch comments unless I show them on the screen. If I show them on the screen, they can see it. What's up, YouTube chat? How's everybody doing there? So what do we think will happen with the Goldman ER tomorrow? Let me see. I was expecting that Goldman run up today to I think 397 I was looking for. I don't know if we got it at the end of the day. No, we didn't. We hit like 392. So Goldman Sachs has been bouncing on this trend. A lot of banks are doing really, really good. Potentially Goldman. Let me see. How did JP Morgan do this week? JP Morgan flop and continue to move higher. I think overall, Goldman Sachs should be doing pretty good because they make a lot of money from underwriting. They make a lot of money from stocks IPO and like a lot of trading revenue and stuff like that. So the IPO market is still extremely, extremely hot. I haven't really looked at it anymore because I hate the IPO market now because there's so much stuff being IPO. I mean, like yo, cocoa water. How many of you guys want to invest in cocoa water, like Vita Coco? You know, like that company is IPOing. I thought like Coca-Cola owned it at one point, but I don't know what happened there. So a lot of stuff is IPOing in the market, and Goldman Sachs makes money off that because they're one of the bigger underwriters. So I think there's a lot of potential for them to make money, and I do expect them to have another great quarter, but we'll see. Last quarter they dropped after earnings. So if they chop, they come back to test the trend line and they hold at that 380 trend line, I think that's a buying opportunity. If they don't, let's say if they drop a lot more further, then that's pretty bullish. But overall, I do think they can continue to grind back up higher and higher. It's an evil company, man. So we put GS on the chart here. They should be doing good. I mean, but the problem is FedEx can't find labor. And same thing with UPS. They should be making more money. What is that, like EV batteries being out of stock? Yeah, those are crazy stuff. What's up, Mass Appeal? What's going on? Ripped. LCID, I got you, man. I agree. Yo, what's up, Street Alerts? Thanks for stopping by again, man. Appreciate you. I gotta stop by one of his channels and at 12 one of these days, man, when I have time. Hope you had a great day in the market, buddy. Damn, still catching up. Well, typically we have like the what do you call it? Santa Claus run. So usually in November, we usually see like that big run on the bullish side, but the end of October could be ugly. We do have month-end closing tomorrow on the contracts, so 10-15 is a month-end closing on the contracts, and those like rebalancing tend to be a little bit bearish. So I do expect tomorrow to be kind of bearish, and then next week is gonna be an iffy week, but I do expect November to be pretty bullish. I could see like further run and continuation up there. What's up, Kip? What's going on? Space? What happened to Space? Wow. 8% drop. Oh, their flight got rescheduled. Walk, walk, walk. Fubo TV got named the official sportsbook stock of NASCAR today. Nice. Well, I mean, depth ceiling vote is generally more into December at the point right now that they're looking at. They want people to kind of forget it around that time. It's gonna be holiday time, but naturally most of the Novembers are pretty bullish. I was speaking to Kip the other day, and he actually brought up this pretty interesting view on the stock market. So he mentioned that actually last year we had the similar thing Last time me and Kip were talking about it, and he says that last year in September we had a big drop too. We saw some recovery coming into October's. Kind of what we're seeing now. We're seeing some recovery, and then we had another drop coming into like end of October's, and then we kind of started that recovery. So we just kind of started that recovery across the board. I'm pretty sure it was December. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. I know you like to do the. I know you like to look into the information, so we'll see. What did 2019 look like? Great question, man. What's up, Cookie Monster from the YouTube side? Have you seen net and UPST? I bought some net puts today for next week. Ooh, ballsy. We can take a look at net. So net is almost like, is that like kind of short China in a way, if I remember correctly? Oh yeah, let's look at 2019 per Professor Glass. So 2019, very similar move. You have like July being a little bit bearish with a multi-chop there, right? September doing okay, and then October, we came back down to test like lows there again, and then half of October, the mid half, has started to move back higher and higher, going into November to like and then December 2nd we had a little bit flop there, and just had higher highs there. So there's that. Should we check 2018 while we're at it, man? 2018 October was ugly, huge drop. I remember this. This was when I lost a lot of money. I lost heaps and heaps of money. I remember this, man. This could potentially be how things play out, because they didn't talk about the depth ceiling, but I'm pretty sure I remember vividly this drop was caused by the depth ceiling issue. So I'm pretty sure they like had a government shutdown in like late December or mid-December, and market had a double bottom. We were all hella bullish, man. We were like, oh my gosh, what a setup. And then we were all in the stock room. We're all happy. We're like, yo, look at a double bottom setup, baby. We're going to the moon. You know, let's go. And then everybody was talking about Santa Claus rally. And I remember being like all in the market. All in, man. I was all in. Like 100% in. No cash reserve on the sideline. So we had this move to the upside. I was banking. I had so much money there. I made so much money. I didn't cash out because, you know, double bottom setup. Who would cash out in the middle there, right? Didn't even cash out a little bit. I just held because I thought at least we were gonna touch this 100 SMA here before I cash out, and then I thought we were gonna hit like, you know, over here. So you know, obviously didn't cash out, right? Because I was expecting us to come back to at least this range over here, and I remember my account was up so well. I was blowing money, because it was December. You know, it's like Christmas season. It's like winter season. Blowing some money, man. I think I spent like $1,000+ on omakase that week or something too. And next thing you know, boom, market just crashed to oblivion. It was sad. It was a sad Christmas season, man. And and they started that Santa Claus rally after Christmas, and the market started to recover back. Oh, crazy times. Crazy times. Probably one of the most depressing histories. The most depressing Christmas in history for me. You too hungry? You too? No way, I don't believe you. That's crazy. Sucks though. But yeah, so as you can see, typically end of October was a little bit pretty bearish. We see some recovery into November. Based on the last 3 years, we saw some recovery into November, mid-October to end of October being pretty bearish, and we do see a little bit run, but always exercise caution, man. Just because market is something before, it doesn't mean it's gonna repeat it 100% the same way. I mean, if it was that easy, everybody would be rich, right? GDX, let me add that. What is that? Is that the drug company? Let's go over some of the stocks that we got on the list. First one is Airbnb that one of our viewers asked earlier today. Let's take a look at Airbnb. Oh, GDX, Gold Mining Index. Oh yeah, I was thinking of Good RX, GDRX. That's what I was thinking of. All right, so Airbnb has been making this uptrend move. We haven't really looked at it in a while, but goddamn, dude, look at that bounce off that trend line there. Pretty cool, man. Very sexy. So Airbnb's been grinding upwards. I mean, at the end of the day, I think if you're bullish on reopening trades, I think if you're bullish overall on like, you know, on COVID going away, if you're bullish on vaccine overall, Airbnb is bullish. However, I think it could possibly hit one of the resistance here. We could see some move down and then, you know, continue to grind into that channel. It's a little bit unpredictable, very hard to predict that stock. We are seeing a little bit toppiness as well on the half-day chart, so we could see some move back down there a little bit. We'll see. Bullish channel so far. So I hope that helps. Are you guys looking for access to the Google Sheet? There it is. Next one is DCT. I think I put that in myself. I want to look at it personally because that was a pretty decent earning. I think you can see some recovery. This is the stock at pre-IPO price. Finished the head and shoulder pattern. Bullish uptrend. Trash of a channel. I don't know. I'll set an alert for if it ever comes back down to 35s. It's already at 40. Why not? Too sus of a stock. No problem, man. I got you. Good luck with that Airbnb trade, buddy. Let's check out Shopify. Oh. I missed the S and typed the D. Damn, man. Is this so much to ask for? Is it so much to ask for, man? We just want to see Shopify down to this bottom of the range. Why is it so hard? Just give it to us, Shopify. So drew this trend line from September 2020. Shopify is obviously a monster stock, right? It's been going up higher and higher, and I was just looking for that pullback to like possibly maybe like 1180s. If it pulls back there, man, buy the dip. Buy the dip. It's looking pretty bullish right now, though. It's trying to break above this resistance here. So we got that little resistance right there. If it can break above, I think it can touch the next level at 1487. But if it can't break above, it's probably going to come back down. I do think we could see some more chop in the market, so there's definitely more potential to come down a little bit. It did bounce off like this little demand zone over here at 1300-ish and saw some recovery there. I think it could potentially come back, man, to our range. If it comes back to this range, you can either do a butterfly or a bull call spread, expecting it to move back up. That's true. It could report a lousy earnings and come back down. You know, maybe people aren't opening as much Shopify stores as we think now, and they can come back down. Hopefully, we'll see. So there's not much to really see on the daily chart. I'm just breaking it down to a lower time frame to see if we have a different pattern on the lower time frame. So on the lower time frame, I can see that it's kind of moving in unison with the market. This whole downtrend move is what just happened in the market, right? Then this uptrend move, it's, you know, the other part of what's happening with the market. So it's pretty unison. If you like it, if you're bullish on it, kind of look for what direction of the market is going. Short term wise, we can see that we're seeing this move here, kind of like up down, right? Climbing this ladder. So short term wise, you can also look for buying opportunity at 1380s if it, you know, continues to bounce off this level and climb the ladder up, potentially heading like 1480s. So that's almost like $100 move actually. I hope that helps, man, in terms of short-term forecasts. Because I looked at the long-term picture, I couldn't see anything interesting there. So we came back to the 48-minute chart to see what's going on. Could see a balance of trendline support of 1387. And possibly reach 1487. So MU rebounded today. I mean, pretty much everything rebounded today. How could it not, right? Let's see what's MU at, man. That's a nice little move. You know, just following the market. Nice little move there. I'll tell you what though, man, we're not touching MU until, what's the next level? $60. Forget about it. I'll even set an alert there. Did I set an alert last time? No, I didn't. Pre-COVID levels are nothing, man. Oh yeah, Walgreens, nice move today. Honestly, I should have done a lotto play on this, but I think one of the this is actually one of the biggest market moves today, believe it or not. Walgreens was up 7.78% for the day. One of the biggest movers, man, on the large cap side. Sheesh. So we got a little resistance over here at the 51, based on September 2nd date, right? If it continues, if we see the continuation, it should come back to 54s. You know, because here we covered back to 54. That's probably a good 54, 55 range is a good area to take some profit. You also got a nice little double bottom set up here too. So just for you, man. I gotta let my boy RB Nickel skip the line a little bit. Thanks, Abizo. Appreciate that. You wanna see SoFi again? Of course. I got you. Oh. Winnebago, one of our favorite stocks. If you know, you know. Alright, TSM. Let's pop up that TSM chart real quick. Let me see what the Hawaiian Beast chart looked like the other day. I mean earlier on. Bruh, nice chart. Nice chart. I like it. Why it looks like it's about to die. Looks like it's about to cross over, and this is like the MACD. It's about to cross over and just destroy everybody. The big crash is coming, boys. The big crash. per Hawaiian Beef. So TSM quad bounce on the bottom here. Very bullish. Looking for 120s. Let's go. Strong support at 108 unless broken. Yeah, I wonder if you guys are here when I was explaining about support levels, like babies nagging, like kids nagging. All right, next ticker is RDW on the fundamental side. Let's take a look. Nasty Nate, I think, right? What's up, man? What's going on? Gang. Red White Corp engage in mission critical space solutions and reliable components for the next generation space economy with IP. Is that IP like intellectual property for solar power generation and in-space 3D printing and manufacturing? It assists its customers in solving the complex challenge of future space missions. Its operating units are organized into broad business areas focusing on space commercialization, digital engineering, spacecrafts, orbit reading service. Whoa, that's pretty cool, man. I was thinking about this. Like, I watch some space shows here and there, right? And a lot of times when they're in space and like one of the parts breaks, yo, they're like completely GG. Like, that's it. They're done, though. If they don't have the part to replace that part, they gotta come out and like, you know, make some like some BS parts. But now that there's 3D printing, yo, that's pretty cool, man. That means they can make screws or whatever parts they need as things break down. Interesting. Facebook, it's a good question. We'll take a look at that. Let me add it to the list. I'll give you my thoughts a little bit. I think I'm overall pretty bullish on Facebook going into earnings, but obviously there's a lot of like there's like a lot of things going on with Facebook too. There's a lot of like bad publicity, and sometimes that's all it takes, man, to kill the company. Oh, so Redwire is a special acquisition stock. Can't really value it until they have their first earnings. I could look at the presentation they put out, but it's mostly going to be BS. As I said before, a lot of these special acquisition stocks, they're valued at 5-year projection of profitability and stuff, trading at $10. So definitely not an area to buy. Find out when they're going to do the merger soon, because when they do the merger, the stock is probably going to drop. So watch out for that. And if you like the company, look for areas to buy there. Oh, RDW have a rumor partnership with Amazon. I don't know. A lot of sussy stuff there. AVGO. So like for me, RDW is a wait and see. It says next earnings in December. So it's cool, man. It's cool. But we don't know until we see the earnings. No fundamentals. If you want, I'll tell you a story about like when I first invest in the 3D printing industry. Like, what's the 3D ticker, man? Oh, DDD. Yeah, DDD is one of them. So like, yeah, I remember like back in the days, 2012, 2013, like, it was the most interesting thing in you know, it was like one of the biggest moves right now, right? It was like equivalent to 5G at that time, where everybody's like, yo, huge breakthrough, we're about to make 3D printing and all that stuff. And I was getting massive FOMO around this time. I picked up some 3D printing stocks thinking it was going to be the future, and I'm pretty sure I bought the top somewhere. I bought one of these tops, probably like at 45 or something, and the stocks came all the way down to like $5-6, man. You know, I thought I was investing in the future, but as things go on, as the time passed by, and these companies started to report earnings, I saw how garbage they were, because even though it was a new technology, it was awesome. It was one of the coolest thing out there, right? The problem was cost efficiency, you know, because the tech was so new and like, you know, things were still developing and whatnot. They couldn't like get the cost efficiency up. So a lot of the price for materials and things are still like very high, and a lot of these companies are struggling to make money. So even though they were trading at these crazy valuations at $100, $90 something, like, so that was DDD, and MDM is pretty much the same. Back in the day, they traded super high, right? But they came down because they're struggling to make profitability. It's not like 3D printing is still struggling to become an everyday thing. Like, they're still struggling to become a everyday product. Like I'm talking about everyday product like a blender that everybody can afford. Like when it becomes an everyday product like a blender that everybody can afford, that's when the stock will probably go to the moon. But I don't think we're necessarily there yet. We're getting very close. It's gotten a lot cheaper. Most 3D printers, instead of costing like $1,500 to $2,000 back then, it's like around $300 now. So huge cost reduction. But a lot of the material cost is still high. The only thing that I could potentially see making the 3D printer go up is because the ability to make guns by yourself. Like that's probably one of the cooler things, like that you can, like, you can make your own guns and stuff, like at your home. And then if you're like rebellious and you want to, like, have your own freedom and ability to defend yourself and own your own gun and knives and things like that, then yeah man, you will get a 3D printer. And then if enough people think that, then everybody will get a 3D printer. I'm just kidding. Delete. I didn't say any of those. Let's check out GS. CMCSA. Let's check that out. CMCSA started dropping last time because they had a pretty ugly guidance. They said they weren't gonna make like as much. They were making a lot, significantly less money than they were in 2019, and that was big bear. So they've been struggling, having a hard time recovery. But if people forget about the news, it could potentially run. We'll see. Take a look at the chart a little bit. What's up, Patrol? We did check out TSM. We got the TSM chart right here though, if you want to check it out. I like it. Good earnings. Why not? Long-term hold, baby. Long-term hold. Printable food products. Yeah. I did take some profit on TSM this morning. You saw in the chat, I told you guys that I was taking the profit on it. So usually when it's earnings and I play a lotto position, I always take profit at market open. I always do that. Like, I always lock it in, man. You gotta lock it in. Can't be too greedy. Yo, LCID had a pretty good move. Ooh, the buzzer. No, B2018 asked me to check this. I like it. I like it, man. I think I said that same thing last time too. Let me see. I think I literally said that exact same thing, to buy at that area. I mean, supply chain issue is a non-issue for TSM unless their cost goes up dramatically. But if they're smart enough, they just need to pass the increased cost along, and they'll be okay, man. It ain't gonna hurt them. They'll be good. Man, I'm pretty sure I checked out LCID before. Where'd that chart go? So sad. I think I probably didn't put it down, maybe. But it's a good buy-in area. This is a very good area right here. I said it before. If it gets up here, always sell around that range here. And if you're bullish, because I remember last time it had a huge run up and you guys were hella hype because there was just like, a lot of you guys were like, oh my god, they got the car rolling out, pre-orders, manufacturer vehicle, and everybody loved it, right? So it's trying to run up. Obviously it didn't break above. It couldn't break above to that $32 area. Maybe if the market is bullish enough it would, but very good bounce on the bottom here. I like it. It's a little degen play. Not much of something that I would typically play, but I like the move there. Looks pretty good. So good bounce off support right there. LCID. Good bounce off support. Overall bullish. Qualcomm bounce off the bottom. I'm thinking it gets to 140 by mid-November. I mean, yeah, why not, brother? Because Qualcomm just said they're gonna do the share buyback, right? We were looking at it the other day, I'm pretty sure. We were looking at, what was that? What was the good demand zone? 125. I think it even hit like a little bit lower. It probably hit like 121s, give or take. So 125 was an interesting area. It's at 128 today. So if you were bold enough to make that move there, hopefully it paid off today. Congrats. Net, let's take a look at net real quick. Damn, a lot of ticker for today, man. Oh, net is Cloudflare. It's not China ticker. Oh, huge move. One of those like random moves that just like runs, man. Why is it running so hard? Insider sell today. Or check. So this pattern kind of reminds me of MRMA. I think it'll eventually come down. It could leg up a little bit further because sometimes when it squeezes a lot. So it could leg up a little bit further. I do expect it to come back down to that range right there at least. So that's at like 148. Right now is 160s. We've seen that happen on UPST. Well, a little bit. We've seen a little bit come down. It hasn't come down to that range yet. But we did see it happen to MRMA, really close. A lot of legs ups and moving back down. But it could take a while. So just remember, be a little bit careful. Just because it's ran up so much doesn't mean it has to come down right away. Sometimes it can choke around, you know, and mess around with people before it come down. So if you're gonna get a put, if you're shorting it, make sure you get enough time, go 1 month out, and don't get naked puts, man. Don't get naked puts. You're gonna get burned. Can potentially come back to 148. The only thing I do like about it is that insiders are selling, man. I love it when insiders are selling. That means they really want to take profit. And they take profit, the market drops. I mean, the stock drops. GDX, Gold Miners. Take a look at the gold index. Gold futures, I mean. Oh, excuse me. Looks bullish on the weekly. Strong recovery on the daily. Some resistance, I would say here. And some resistance here. So we got some resistance at 33. Got some resistance at 36. Support at 28, resistance at 33. Hope that helps. Oh man, I didn't even put the net chart. My bad. There we go. What's next? SoFi. SoFi. Ugh. Are you guys still holding this? She gone. Yeah, she gone. So next level over here. Damn, you guys are so much more ballsy than me, man. Can't believe you guys actually have this. No position here for me, but here's some resistance, 20 and 24. Let me see. Our side is getting a little bit hot, so we could see some cooldown at 20 levels. I think if we're looking for re-entry, it could potentially come to back test the $18 area again. So I think if we hit the 20, I think we could potentially back test. I feel like we could potentially back test this $18 range, but I mean, how's the sector doing? Sector is going beast mode, man. Upstart Holdings is like beast mode right now. Keep running. What's the firm doing? They're all going beast mode. They're all going beast mode, man. The whole sector is just like, they're all going beast mode. Yo, you know what, guys? I got you, man. I know what you guys want. So it seems like you guys are all looking to get into SoFi. You're looking to get into Upstart. You know, you're looking. And what is those company? What are those companies, right? Those are like buy now and pay later company. You know, those are buy now, pay later companies, right? So let me put you guys on this secret buy now, pay later company from like the other side of the world. And like, I think they're like either based in Australia or something. Some random place in the other part of the world. I mean, not random place, but some other part of the world from where we are. And this company is a buy now and pay later company that is involved in like more like degenerate industry, more like the degenerate industry. Klarna? No, that one's already bought out. Somebody bought into them, I think, or they're not IPO yet. You can't invest in them. So this company is more like in like the looked down upon industry. It is like everything that is being looked down upon, bad reputation. This company supports them with the buy now and pay later. So I was looking at some stuff. Let me see, what is it called? I found this the other day. And I talked about this once before. You guys gonna like it, man. You guys gonna like it. Was it this company? Maybe not. What is it? I know the other site. I can't show the other site on stream, so I'm gonna have to look at it on my other screen, cause very provocative. Sezzle. Sizzle. Let's check out their investor relations. $1.4 billion merchant sales, $3.3 million. I mean, 3 million active customers, 41,800 active merchants. Financially empowering. I want to see their merchants though, man. Where do I find that? And why are you guys so crappy at presentations? Don't even have a presentation. Look at this company, no diversity. This is why it's not American company. Whoa, the target at them? That's pretty cool. So one of them is targets. Are they? God damn, man. I just want to see. Are they on targets? Yes, dude, that's big. Target is a huge company. That's big. Yes. Fiat World always coming through. My man. Virgin Pure. Oh, that's another company, isn't it? But yeah, they just added Target like last week. That's pretty big. There's a lot of company with this, a lot of like marijuana companies and a lot of like other companies. Big Commerce also taps them as well. I would say pretty overall bullish on this company. Is probably something I'll pick up like some shares just to see where they go. Like imagine one day they get bought out, you know, and people would pay a lot of money for them. There's like a lot of companies like buying them out and things like that. So there's huge potential out there for that. I wish they just had like I wish they're like one of the other sites where they like, you know, talk about all the like companies that are doing business with them. Oh, stockholders meeting presentation. Let me see if there's anything interesting there. I like the design too, very colorful. I like the marketing aspect of it. I guess Target is one of the biggest like
their biggest ones. Tap into the global market, baby. Let's go. 140%, 144% year over year in consumer growth. Ooh, 251 year over year. So that's the presentation over here. Yeah, right. Pretty low, hasn't really moved that much. It's undervalued stock. There's not much hype behind it because not a lot of people know about it. What's that damn ticker? The only thing is very hard to remember the ticker. SEZZLE. So the OTC ticker is SEZNL. That's one of the charts I draw in here. I had an alert set. I should have bought some last time, but kind of forgot about it a little bit. But I think it's an interesting value opportunity if it continues to grind back down. IPO around this price over here, $2. So that was in August 2020. So obviously, you know, if it ever comes back to the $2 range, huge buying opportunity. Very bullish. It was trading at $14 at some point too, but the volume sucks though, man. This is like definitely a lotto play because the volume is just so trash. I don't know. It would need like Wall Street Bets to pick it up or something for it to really move because there's just not enough marketing. Not a lot of people know about this company. Just paste it here. SCZNL. Don't buy it yet though. Actually, let me see. What was the ticker? If you can't buy on Robinhood, don't buy it. SCZNL. Let me check. Let me see if this is available on that Robinhood. SCZNL. Yeah, it's not on Robinhood yet, so it's not gonna pump. Unless it gets on Robinhood, it's probably not gonna move a lot. Stick to SoFi. My bad. Stick to SoFi, man. Yeah, you do have to pay extra fees for OTC. Winnebago, let's check that out. Oh, what the hell? Wow, why'd they flop so hard today? So Winnebago kind of got away from us last time. We were looking for a buying opportunity back in. And Sean's been keeping me on top of this game, man. Been reminding me every time we were looking, it's been like, you know, going down a little bit. So let me see. Appreciate that, man. So we looked at Winnebago a while back and they had a really good earnings. So that's why we're like pretty bullish on it. There's just a lot of back order share we purchased in. Just overall, the catalyst is very, very bullish.
This could be a potential entry right here, on that back trend line over here. This bam, bam, bam. So would be kind of like saying like the back test. So that could be a potential entry right there around $69 area. Oh, let me look what caused the drop. I mean, if they did a share offering, that's also really smart for the company, but bad for shareholders. Yo, dude, they're doing more share repurchasing. What the hell? Am I reading things wrong here? They're doing more buybacks. Weird. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. Earnings is coming up in a little bit, so maybe people are kind of scared. They're anticipating bad earnings. Earnings is coming up on the 20th. Overall bullish. Last time it also dropped prior to earnings too. So I mean, it could lotto some position going the month out here, or shares looking for a quick bounce to maybe 74 from the $69 level, like 69 to 74. If you can get in there, if it touches 69, that's probably where it adds some position. It is continuing some momentum to the downside, so we'll see where that goes. Alternatively, who knows? It maybe if earnings gets really bad, it could come back to $61 levels. That would be our bigger buying opportunity, right? So 69 to 74. You're looking for entry. Let's take a look at Facebook real quick. So last time I thought Facebook was gonna bounce over here, it didn't. We're gonna look at this as resistance right now, 333 as resistance. Going to ER, we can see a little bit bullishness. It typically does run into the earnings. Like the last few quarters, it has ran really nicely into earnings. So we could see some ER recovery here. If we could break 333, I think we can come back to 350s as well. That was one of the interesting targets I had. I was contemplating about going long to that area last night, but we had a pretty strong move this morning too. So I couldn't really play no more because I felt like a lot of the move was already made this morning. So we'll see. A little consolidation there though. Really good on the upside. I like it. I think it should hit at least that 333. AVGO, let's check this out real quick. 100% Kip, 100%. That does happen quite often. AVGO is another semiconductor stock. Broadcom, good trend line on the downside, a little bit range on the upside. Kind of hard to chart. It's just all over the place. I don't even know. I'm just throwing random lines at this point. I'm not really seeing anything. I literally just drew random lines. I'm not really seeing anything here. I mean, potential, we could hit, like, if you're bullish, potential is 514. Bearish potential is 476. So 514 and 476. I'm sorry, man. Wish I could give you more insight on that. CMCSA. CMCSA, I think at some point, if it comes back to this range here, we'll take a consideration. What's that? 4670. But I mean, if you work for the company, you can start averaging down. I think they give you like 30-40% discounts on the shares. Things like 30%. APA. APA is like on the oil run, right? So it's just moving a lot due to the whole oil sector being hella bullish. As of right now, I'm bearish on crude oil and bullish on natural gas. So we'll see how that goes. I think crude oil is eventually gonna pull back. There's a lot of like issues right now because logistics issues, so a lot of like usage. But if it can break above, Did it break above already? If it can break above, next level is 33. So, hey, why not? Right, play the charts, not the thoughts. So if you're bullish, next level is 33. Oh, it's tech? My bad. I thought it was this other company that was like an oil company. But if it's a tech company, go for it. $33 next if things remain bullish. Oh, what stock are we looking at? APACHE. What's the ticker? This? What market is this traded in? Has the same levels, 33. Silver, good support at 21.90. Either gonna bounce back to 24 or come back down to 18s. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna end it here. We'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. and we'll check out some of the other stuff. Appreciate you guys for stopping by and hanging out, man. Thank you and have a good night.